Hello, and welcome to Dad Doesn't Have Time for This, the show where we review things in a quick manner, and then rate them compared to everything else. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to review Postico 2, a SQL editor that specializes in mostly Postgres databases. And you might be saying to yourself, but this is a media review channel, why would you do this? And the answer is, because this is what I do for work. And I thought it would be funny. So here it is. Postico 2 is a SQL editor. It allows you to make database queries, import data in the database, and do all sorts of fun and handy things. And the new version, which is a paid upgrade, has some handy features, and I'm going to go through them. So there's such things as query formatting. Query formatting is handy in cleaning up blocks of code that look gross, such as this. You can just click on the query and a stroke of the keys. It is now a beautiful, beautiful query. Helps standardize formatting and makes things look nice and pretty. There is new organization to how you find things. For me, one of the most useful things is in the previous version of Postico, you had a series of tabs at the top. I should probably pull this up. Alright, we'll just restart. I'm going to keep recording, but I'll just cut this part out. One of the most useful things I find is the reorganization. In the old version of Postico, you'd have tabs, and the tabs represent a query. And if you wanted to go look at a table, you could go look at the table, see what's going on, filter things. And that was nice, but if you forgot which tab had which query, you couldn't tell, okay, here's this table, now which one of these ones had the query I wanted, and you had to bounce back and forth. It was very annoying. In the new version of Postico, they've broken tables and queries out into two separate sections. So all of your queries are always here, you can label them whatever you want, and they're easy to find. And then the tables are also here, easy to find as before. So now when you're switching between queries and tables, you're not losing your queries and having to figure out where they are and them getting lost in the shuffle. They also added the ability to view functions. So if we have any stored procedures in the database, which we do have a few, not a lot, but a few, such as the delivery estimate function, you can look at this and you can see what are the arguments, and you can adjust this a little if you needed to, or you can do it through the command line. But it's nice to be able to see what functions we have available in the database as a whole. So I'd say the organization is much better than the previous version. There is the ability to edit things in line slightly better than it was before. It has also gotten better. If you need to, say, edit a specific row in a table, they have added the ability that you can go in here. Let's just clear the filter. You can pick the row, and then you now have an additional bar here that you can display that'll show you every single value. And you can go in here, and if you wanted to change these values, you can change the values, update the rows, and that is all now supported in Postico 2. So it makes row level editing better if you want to do that. We don't typically, but for things like my corrections and cleanup of the legacy data, this is actually something I would use. Or for the functions, you can also go in here and you can edit the functions and see them direct from the editor. You no longer have to remember what commands will allow you to do functions. So there you have it. All in all, if you're looking for a Postgres editor, I'd say Postico is the #1 editor for editing stuff, specifically Postico 2. Now, because I'm not likely to do any more of these for anything like this, #2 on the list would be DataGrip, #3 on the list would be dbeaver, And number 4 on the list would be Beekeeper Studio, because Beekeeper Studio, while it works, is like a Java app and it just does not run well. So there you have it. There are my top 4 data editors. I guess I should probably specify, I like DataGrip a lot. I subscribe to JetBrains annual plan, so I like it better than dbeaver, but it's not free. So there is that caveat. dbeaver, on the other hand, I don't think the interface is nearly as good, and it doesn't work quite as reliably, but you know what? It's free, and for a free product, it is the best free product. And like I said, Beekeeper Studio, also free, but doesn't work nearly as well as dbeaver, so it is at the bottom of the list. So there you have it. If you need a Postgres query editor / application for managing your database, I recommend Postico too. Have a wonderful day.
Jump cut, like and subscribe.